never slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no.
For Pratama,
well, he came from that far back on the first lap, didn't he? But it's a different qualifying.
there is your third position on the grid, right?
Even with the 1 year dispensation for being in the top 3 in the Rookies Cup, he's not old enough to ride. Now, on to the last lap then it is, and it is Hakim Danish that leads with Brian.
Ramersdorf then. Very easily identifiable, bright red helmet, Austrian.
In Moto 3, otherwise he'd be in the GPs now. So there is that expectation that Hiriarty on his tail, and they are, how far are they ahead of their
flag colours? Thank you, Ramersdorf, for making our lives a lot easier.
Right. He really should be a notch above these guys.
But you never know with rookies.
Over a second ahead of Veda Pratama. It's 2 seconds really off the lead, and that is going to be a tough.
For the likes of Christian Daniel Jr. as well. He's currently in 9th spot. He's got the big stars and stripes. You turn up and someone else has taken a big old step. And well, we're looking at 2 of them.
Thing to swallow.
And I tell you what, this will be the biggest victory of Hakim Danish's career, and that is the biggest commentator's curse. Ups all over his the American red, white, and blue as well, as you can see.
But it is no
as well. Hakim Danish and Veda Pratama going with Uriarte at the moment. This is really your career, Peter.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
How about that?
Did for him, didn't I? Okay, Hakim looking soup. And B Marco Morelli, last year's winner here, that leads that group. Let's see if he can
be impressive on that. And the gap to 4th place is increasing, Peter.
And there goes Veda Perv at the moment, but Brian is not going to let this one leave this one lying down.
No.
He's break away from them. I don't think there's really any realistic hope of them putting any kind of a dent in the up the inside. He did it at the same place, and he looks over it. Brian looks over his shoulder.
How dare you!
He's going to go after Hakim. He's going to get in the slipstream through the fast right-handers onto the back straight, and the leading trio though.
Decent recovery for Singapong, who's actually off the back of this group we're seeing now. How dare you do that to me?
Yeah, that's right. Well, he obviously
look at him back in.
It's going to be an outbreak, and well, does he want to lead down to the last corner or not?
I don't know, but Brian, he's in 14th position coming across the line, leading the likes of Ramadeepa to Costa Agustin as well.
He's obviously happy in that corner, isn't he? Because he's done make the move through those.
He's not exactly thinking, look, I'm not doing airtime on my Rookies Cup bike and not winning this race. For goodness, Stinelli, the Vietnamese rider, and also Monignani, unfortunately falling.
Fast right-handers, he's done it twice now.
There'll be plenty of people watching back to seeing what he's saying. So here he comes down the back straight. Danish breaks as late as he possibly can, getting all back in this race. I wanted to give a shout out to Monignani because he qualified 10th position, which is I think he's doing through there. How he's turning in, how he's using the throttle, if he's using the back brake or something like that. Swirly into turn 6, but that's not the overtaking move there. Brian is building up now for a run. Cracking step up that he's made, and he's looking really fit coming into this year as well. You can see had to get it turned so much tighter than everybody else, just send it up the inside.
Yeah, and it's that
to that final corner, and then he's going to try and pick his pocket.
He has another possibility though, doesn't he? Coming out.
How much training he's been doing in the winter period. Great stuff.
And KJ, you know, he's going to be learning an awful lot from. That's a 5th gear corner if you're going really quick, which he clearly is. You know, often guys will go through of this left-hander and into the right. That's an overtaking possibility, but of course you set it up for this battle. It's a high-quality battle. A lot of great riders around him. You know, last year's winner, not least of which they're in 4th. You've got to know exactly what you're doing in 5th, and for him to do that, presumably there's a change when it comes down to the last corner. Is he going to go inside him?
No, he's not. He's sitting there.
Which, of course, the number 95, and he'll pick up a lot from this. A really good step forward, as you say, man. Assumingly he did do it in 5th, and not be worried that he's going to get himself offline or anything like that. Absolutely.
Waiting. Here it is then. Grandstand finish. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on to the... Carter Thompson's also been doing plenty of racing elsewhere in the World Supersport 300 category.
Superb. And it'd be interesting to see now whether Brian follows him and tries to pick up just
Back run! These fast right-handers! Dinesh versus Uriarte to kick us off in rugby. Got a win there towards the end last season and podiums, and he's really been setting the world.
That's exactly what he was doing. And Hakim Danish, they're getting a really good.
He's cut round one. Who's it gonna be?
I think Hakim's going to outbreak himself from run one.
Like that, I believe he's back there this year, although my World Superbike knowledge at the moment's been a little bit.
The drive down the back straight and threatened to take second place away from Brian Uriarte on the 51. Wide, and Brian will get underneath him and exit out of the last corner.
This is it, Brian! Less than perhaps I would like, but it's been a hectic start to the MotoGP season. This lot are absolutely drilling it. It's nearly 3 seconds now, though Thompson did round the outside.
Oh my goodness!
Wow, what a move that is! It's the run to the. So we can't be across everything.
So Veda Pratama on the 54, still leading the race, leading that trio.
Bring him in a little bit by a few hundredths of a second in the last sector or so. But if you look at the lap times, line Peter, lead us through.
Surely he's going to win it. I think Brian Uriarte has this. Hakim can't get out of the slip show, and there's still 6 laps to go. And I wonder just who now. It's an unusual system
around. The leading trio all near enough for 148. Well, nobody else is in the 148. It's as simple as that.
Pretty spectacular, and good to see him get away from that.
Lucas Brown has crashed as well. Someone else down in the background too.
Situations, as we said, Matt, only having 3 guys battling for the lead, and it's here that you can sort of think about
Pratama, though, started, of course, 15th on the grid, up 14 places now. I mean, that is a heck of dearie me.
And I was speaking to, Danny Revolta because there's not a whole host of guys going to be going all over the place on the last lap. These guys.
For start, this lad is so talented, isn't it?
Yeah, and Hakim Danish guy to coach, and he said, I'm just worried that the guys are too excited. They all just, they're not tense enough. And good riders, very intelligent riders. So I wonder just who.
Oh, Daniel's down. Christian Daniel
goes up the inside of Brian Uriarte to take second place. So Hakim now is going to chase. Brad was one of those. He said he just wants to do it. He's talking about passing everybody at the first corner. And he's
gone down. Oh, that's a big shame in the final corner. He's taken out another rider with him. I couldn't catch which number.
And it's these right-handers where Veda did the overtaking on the previous laps, and they're now come unglued for him.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, I mean, our timing screen's not quite keeping up. There was someone where it was. Oh, I think it's Tinez. It is. It's the Venezuelan rider, Kerman Tinez, the 7th.
Taking a riding lesson from the man in front.
Yeah, it was Veda Pratama. Else who went down and things like that, but I couldn't quite pinpoint who it was before they disappeared on our timing screens. But 77 goes down as well. Hapless in that, unfortunately, for that duo. That's a big track day tuition with his first students, Hakim Danish and Brian. They come around the final corner then for the first time. It was Sullivan Mounsey who went down. Oh dear, what a shame for Sullivan. Shame for them.
It is indeed, and let's hope Tinez is all right. He's sitting there, not
Uriarte apparently.
Yeah, but of course, they're following him through there, and that's fair enough.